Oh my God. Sam, I haven't seen you in so many weeks. Your real face.
Wow.
Welcome back to GeniusBar, everybody. We're back in person. Well, hang on. Let me back up, audio listeners. It's not what you think. We're just not, we're not in person, but we're not in Vision Pro either.
No, we've taken off Apple's headset. We freed ourselves from the Matrix.
I feel like I haven't seen your face in so long.
Yeah, there was something. All right, I'm gonna ruin the illusion. We didn't just get on the phone. We've actually been catching up, talking, having a good bro
for like 2 hours.
2 hours. And guess what, John?
What?
My head doesn't hurt. And I'm not in pain.
Wow, okay. All right. Okay.
Everybody give it up.
So you're saying Vision Pro is still very uncomfy for you and you haven't been using it?
I use it to watch a video or two most days.
A video or two?
Yeah, just because I'm like, I don't really, that's the only thing I've been doing is consuming content with it.
Okay.
And I gotta just,
Have you made a thumbnail in Vision Pro yet? It's the optimum thumbnail experience.
I actually find the Mac, I agree with what we were talking about with our great guest Quinn last week, that like trying to connect your Mac to the Vision Pro just is not that compelling to me. It's not that useful.
So you're saying you haven't tried to make a thumbnail yet?
No.
Dude. I'm telling you.
Game changing.
It's like, especially in that scenario where the more you see and the bigger the things are, the better as you're making the thumbnail. It's so good. And it's so comfy.
I almost feel like the opposite. I feel like for a thumbnail, it's going to be viewed so small that if I made it big, I would be like missing what I need to be. I'd be making like too much detail.
Like when I'm done with a thumbnail, I need to
look at the
little
screen.
Yeah, as I'm making a thumbnail, I'm always zooming out to make it real tiny so I can see what it'll look like for them. But like I do a lot of tracing, manual tracing in my thumbnails. Like I don't do like the fucking select the background, remove a lot of what I do is like hand done tracing of objects.
Really?
Almost every thumbnail. Like
what?
Yeah, I use the what is it? It's like the pinpoint tool where you can like manually trace everything. Yes, every single and that's awesome when it's real big. I no promises yet because we haven't solidified a date yet, but I think we're going to have Andrew Edwards on next week, and I think you need an Andrew Edwards intervention.
I'm starting to fall off on Vision Pro. We've hit just over 2 weeks. So
it's going right as predicted.
Yeah, I feel like only we're on the opposite trajectory. So yeah, I'm going to tell everybody I'm returning my Vision Pro.
No fucking way. Okay, you had me in the first half. Not gonna lie. But I can't wait to like watch my reaction back because I feel like my face was actually shocked. I was like mad a little bit.
Have you guys seen these stories? Everybody is returning their Vision Pros apparently.
Everyone wants $3,500 back or $4,000 back.
Yeah, can we just?
If it was a $1,000 iPhone, they're not returning it.
Yeah. Can we just say that? Can everybody stop being like, oh, it's okay. Now, to be fair, people do have other reasons of like it. Some people like their prescription doesn't work, so they just physically can't use it. That's fair. But like, I feel like a lot of people, like they're.
Why wouldn't you just get a different prescription?
No. Like they need stronger magnification than can be provided from Zeiss.
Like, fuck, my prescription doesn't work. Return it all.
Yeah. So like, I get that, but there's also so many people that just went out to buy it. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, they weren't going to keep it regardless. But they're acting like, here's why I'm returning Vision Pro. And it's like, nah, dude.
It was right. It was right according to plan. They always plan to do it this way. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
By the way, before we get too far into this, I just want to say thanks to you, Sam, for all your time the last few weeks, but also the audience. Like, thank you guys for being so interactive and so many lovely comments, and the views are way up, and we just really appreciate you guys the last few weeks. Thanks for making this like a memorable launch for us. And GeniusBar doing better than ever. So thanks, everybody.
So real. Give it up for y'all.
Give it up for the geniuses.
You guys are the best. You even got me to read a couple comments over the past week, which is a
GeniusBar just had its best month ever.
Yeah, which is weird. I've never imagined I would start something and literally almost 3 years to the day is when...
Wow. Yeah, when you say it that way, it took too long, guys. Never mind. I would have thanked you if you did this earlier.
Yeah, this is for you guys in the audience. All right?
It took too long.
No, you guys are the best. We love you. Yeah, it's been really cool to see your support. And yeah, thank you. I'm really proud of the little community we're building and where we've already been talking about the fun stuff.
We've had crazy 2 hours. So many things have been discussed.
Yeah, we've been going crazy. Okay, so Vision Pro, let's sort of start here, I guess. You're still enjoying.
I am enjoying, and I've been dabbling with this strap instead of the solo loop.
Dual loop.
Which was better for me. But the dual loop, I don't know. It's a weird compromise because it's still uncomfy, but just uncomfy in a different way.
I agree.
It's just putting the weight somewhere else. So sometimes, if I'm wearing the solo loop, sometimes I'll start with the solo loop. I've been watching a lot of Apple TV content in here. And, if we're talking, I will get in bed, put this on, thinking I'm just going to watch for an hour, and then the show's really good, and I'm just there. I'm in Vision Pro for 5 hours, and it's 6 a.m. Yeah. And sometimes I'll switch from the solo loop to this one because even though it's still uncomfy, it's uncomfy in a different way, and it almost restarts my uncomfiness again if I switch.
I do agree with that, but man, so dude, I just can't, and I'm noticing. These are a lot of things I am planning to talk about in my review, which will not be as good as John's. Just so everybody knows, I want to put my flag in the sand now. John's review is going to be insane. He's working really hard.
Thank you, Sam.
It's going to be 10 times better than anything I can create. So I just want everybody to know when. It's really not even worth clicking on my video at this point. Watch the front page tech video.
Yeah, this is technically my first review ever. This product is making me do.
I can't wait.
Well, I guess if you don't count the not a review, but we're doing stuff in this review that has never been done before in a tech review, and I'm very excited for people to see it. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it finished. But it's crazy that Vision Pro was the product that made me do that.
Yeah. And I have so many thoughts about this thing, but I am noticing the more and more I use this little heady that
I don't like the way you said that. This little heady. I wish that was not a thing you just said. No one in the audience make that a thing. Just forget he said that.
The hand tracking, I feel like, isn't there. Now, it's better than anything else I've experienced, but
the hand tracking is questionable sometimes.
I've noticed if I'm just laying in bed watching stuff, I have to put my hand out in front of me. And so, okay, this is actually a good example if you guys are watching a video. So right now, if I am using Vision Pro and the downward cameras can't see my hands, if I put my hand in front of me and pinch, Vision Pro will not recognize it. It only recognizes it if it can see the grasp. So if you do this, it cannot detect. If it is perfectly parallel to the cameras, it can't see it. So I literally have to turn my hand like this and drag that way. And there's just things like that break the illusion that this is just all magic. And it's began frustrating me. And the main point that I think I want to make in my review is there's no doubt that this is a first-gen product, but this is not comparable as a first-gen product to anything Apple's ever released in modern history. The tech is way earlier than they normally enter the market for the readiness of a product.
Yes. This is you're right. The multi-touch screen and stuff on the first iPhone was insane. But this is the multi-touch screen and 5 other things that are brand new. And I agree.
And they're all not
fully fleshed out
yet. Of course. And I'm not even they need it is a little bit tougher because this is a very expensive thing. But also, that's why I think a lot of people are returning it. There are I am keeping it because I'm an Apple. I'm keeping it because I like the thing. I like it more than I dislike it at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I just kind of hate VR headsets, I think. I think that's the problem is I just kind of hate whether it's a Meta. And should we? You saw that video about the Mark Zuckerberg Meta Quest 3 review versus Apple Vision Pro.
I did.
Okay, we should actually react to this because I'm not going to lie, I was a bit heated. I was a bit heated when I watched this. Okay. I was like, this can't be real.
You would be heated.
I would. I was in heat because of this. It had me all riled up. So Mark Zuckerberg, just for context, everybody, out of nowhere, I'm like, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon, he hops on Instagram, of course. Instagram is owned by Meta, Facebook, aka. And he sits down on his couch in his definitely not multi-million-dollar home made from our data, blood, sweat, and tears. And he was just like, so I finally got the chance to try the Vision Pro, and I don't think that, going into this, I thought the Meta Quest 3 wouldn't just be I thought it would be the better value. But I realized after testing both of these that the Meta Quest 3 is just a better product. Thank you. I was really proud of that.
That was really good.
Which is an insane thing to say, by the way. That the Meta Quest 3 is a fundamentally better product.
What do you expect him to say?
I know, but okay,
he's trying to give a quote unquote review, but he's also trying to put over his product. Like it's marketing a little bit too. So
that was my point. Everybody fell for it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Everybody is watching this and like, wow, Mark made so many good points. Dude, do you not realize what I don't know how anyone is taking this credible whatsoever. This is like when Tim Cook says, I really believe that the iPhone is the best smartphone in the world. Mm-hmm. Fucking of course you do, Tim Cook. You own Apple. Yeah. People are not separating that. Yeah, let's just dive into this because it was wild. Here's Mark Zuckerberg on Apple Vision Pro.
All right, guys. So I finally tried Apple's Vision Pro. And, I have to say that before this, I expected that Quest would be the better value for most people since it's really good and it's like 7 times less expensive. But
just off the bat, dude. 7 times. Yeah. I'm going to do a fair and honest review. -7 times less expensive of Apple's Vision Pro. Mark, let's continue.
Using it, I don't just think that Quest is the better value. I think that Quest is the better product, period. And, the different companies made different decisions for the headsets. They have different strengths. But overall, Quest is better for the vast majority of things that people use mixed reality for.
Oh, I want to stop there because that was a really big claim.
That is a big thing to say.
Let's start by establishing, what do people use mixed reality for?
Not much currently, but not much currently. If anything, Vision Pro, more people are using mixed reality with Vision Pro because that's like its thing. Or
that's the default.
Yeah, that's what it wants it to be, yeah.
When you put on
VR though, Mark, I'm with you, dog. Well,
I would agree. That the Quest is a better.
It's a more fun. It's a more fun gadget. Like, it's impulse buy territory, and for the amount you pay, it is a ton of fun, especially with friends, especially in gaming. But Apple is just 2 feet away from also doing that, and I mean that literally. Like, if I could just move more than 2 feet in Vision Pro, and I could also have a decent VR experience, you're in trouble.
This video came across as extremely cocky, and it reaffirmed the fact that I don't think you've said before, you're like, I think Mark Zuckerberg gets it. I've said I don't think he gets it, and to me, this video proved, just for myself, that he has no idea what he's doing in this space, and that all of it has essentially been luck with some work. But him being like, most people want to live in 3D virtual avatars. That is an insane thing when you see what the avatars look like that they've put out. Mm-hmm. No one wants that. And I would argue that not a lot of people want Apple Vision Pro personas either, to be completely fair. A lot of people think those look very odd.
I wish I could show my new scan. My new scan's pretty close to me.
New scan just dropped?
For the review, I wanted something that, because, as the review when the review's out, let's say a month later, Apple's going to put out a software update where the personas just look better. And so I wanted to get something as close to me as possible to make the like longevity of this review stand the test of time. So I did. And actually, I tried so many different ways. I tried setting the Vision Pro on something else. I tried my studio lighting. Studio lighting gave me the absolute worst.
Wait, I noticed that too. When I went,
really?
I did. Yeah, the second one that I did that I couldn't even show anyone.
You would think it would be better, but optimum lighting made my persona look not even close to me. Just an awful, awful render of me. Just so bad. Yeah. And I just like got tired of the bad scans, and so I just picked it up. I went out my hallway. In my hallway, just turned on my hallway lights, like normal lights, and took a picture. And I think I have discovered that it matters having lights behind you. Like in my studio, it was dark behind me, and there's all the good lights are in front of me. And my good scan came from equal light in front of me and behind me.
I think you're onto something.
So just a thought. Everyone go redo your scans.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Mark's saying that like it's better for what people do in mixed reality. I disagree. I think the Quest is better for what people are currently doing in virtual reality, which is playing video games. Yes. That is what you do in virtual reality right now, is you play video games.
Yep.
So I agree with him there, but
I'm torn. I'm torn. Is he like? Is this a PR stunt? Is he engagement baiting everyone? Or does he actually think these things? Like, as the CEO of this company, he can't possibly say that Vision Pro is better. Those words cannot come out of his mouth.
Yeah. It has shareholders and everything.
Yeah. And so it tracks what he's saying. But I'm curious if no one will be able to ask him this, but how much he means what he's saying.
Yeah. I actually think it's both. I would argue it's both.
Also, he's trying to look like a normal person, which is hilarious.
He's trying so hard. I mean, I laughed out loud when I saw this shot.
Yeah, that was a cool reveal, but also Kenny looks ridiculous.
But Kenny also looks like a cyborg.
He does.
Okay. Like, Kenny also looks like the thing that I was warned is going to take over the world. So maybe Kenny can stay seated.
If AI was a person.
I want to point this out too. The controllers look dumb.
Yeah, but the controllers work all the time.
Fair point. Fair point.
That's the tough part.
So Mark says in the big reveal is that it's shot on Quest 3. This whole video is shot on Quest 3. And it looks good. Horrendous.
Oh, what? I thought it looks like a phone video. Like, I would not have known this was shot on Quest 3 until he told me. I would have thought that someone shot it on some fucking Pixel phone or something.
Yeah, it looks like it was shot on an Android.
That's a good way to put it.
Which is dog shit, okay? This looks so bad. The fact that he's touting... Because also, that is not actually how it looks when you put on the headset. And Apple's done some trickery with this too. But as somebody...
Yep.
As somebody who's worn this shit...
That's not what you see. Yeah, that's after it's been processed as a video. That's not what you're seeing in real time.
Yeah, put your hand right here in front of the camera and see what happens, Mark.
Mark.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh my God. It is crazy. This is a $500 thing. Like, that's crazy.
Yes. I just still feel like most of these experiences that he's describing as groundbreaking are actually more gimmicky than anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, like the pass-through and stuff, that bro, Vision Pro's pass-through is better. But that is not that far away, and this is $500. There's just an argument to be made that, like, for now, for a lot of people, one could argue most people, the Quest is the better, smarter buy. If you're interested in VR, especially.
Okay, agree. I guess what I'm trying to say is I think they both fucking suck. And like Mark is like, my pile of shit is less stinky. And I don't say
why you
suck
call Vision Pro a pile of shit?
Dude,
what is happening on this podcast?
There's a lot of parts of this headset that have been pissing me off. That if I was a regular person, I don't think I would be like,
180. You realize that?
Yeah, and I'm pissed off because
you shit on me for weeks.
I wish that I loved it, but I don't.
You shit on me for weeks and said I just wanted Vision Pro to fail. You said that, and now
I did.
And I said, "Well, I'm worried about the 3-week mark." You ain't even at the 3-week mark yet.
No, and but also that's because the one thing Vision Pro is really good at is media consumption. And I don't consume media. Like, okay, maybe people don't know this about me, and I think this will probably paint a better picture of people will be like, oh, I get why he doesn't like it. I have not watched a movie in my home by myself in the context of I've lived at home in an apartment by myself, whether in St. Louis or LA now, for over 3 years. Mm-hmm. There has not been a single time in the history of me living alone that I have sat down and watched a movie in the apartment by myself.
That's fucking insane. Why?
Because I play Call of Duty.
It's my favorite thing.
Why would I sit back and watch something on the screen? Oh, wow, we got actors, we got lights, Hollywood, when I could play a video game. That's so much more fun.
But there's like a good story. You're just shooting the same noobs and just seeing if you can shoot more of them.
Yeah, and then I get really pissed off. I get really pissed off.
Yeah, you get mad.
I get angry. I get violent.
Movies rarely make me mad. Words. Just saying.
So maybe that's part of my problem with Vision Pro.
For your health, you should switch to movies.
I really should. But also when I do, because I was like, let's try out the 3D movies. Let's watch, 10, 15 minutes. The 3D movies really feel like a gimmick. I'm really just giving up my whole review here.
Bruh.
The 3D movies are the 3D immersive content's a gimmick. And I actually have, that's not like me being like, oh, I just thought of this to say on the podcast. I have felt this every time I've used the 3D content. I find the 2D cinema content way more compelling of a thing.
Are you all right? You realize that it's like the only actual true version of any 3D content that has ever been put in the world. It's actual true 3D.
Yeah, and 3D content.
And you say it's a gimmick?
3D content, I think it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel fun. It still feels like way too much.
Wow. Yeah. Tell us more.
No, you have to watch my review for that. I didn't know. These are just things that I've been feeling, and I feel like I haven't really known how to say it because I'm just disappointed and let down by Apple Vision Pro.
Wow, I can see it in your face. I believe it.
Because there's parts of it that I feel like could have been so good.
Like what?
And there's parts of it that are really cool. Like when the pinching works, it's awesome. But the fact that doesn't work 100% of the time, or even I would say 90+% of the time.
What? Are you making the claim that 90% of the time it does not work?
No. Like,
you want it to work
at least 90%. It doesn't work 100%. Like 5 to 10% of the time it's misfiring.
Okay.
But it's just like those times I'm instantly like, why am I not using my phone? My phone doesn't misfire. The iPhone 1 did not misfire when you touched. And I'm just like, what's something else I've done?
You could use the iPhone 1 in the dark too.
Yeah. I love FaceTime on this. I think FaceTime is really immersive and also a really compelling part of the experience.
It is the superior way to
my head
video call.
Hurts so bad.
I'm I'm not saying it's comfortable, but I'm definitely not where you're at, where you're just in actual pain. Are you sure that you have the correct size? Are you sure? Like, I cannot make saints. I cannot make sense of how uncomfy it is for you.
Either way.
Is it because your face is bonier?
Either way, the fact that that's the standardized way for Apple would do it and that for not to be consistent or right is also bad. If that is the case. Like, if it's not just a personal preference thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I both did multiple scans and got multiple different sizes.
Yep.
Luke Miani's at the Apple Store the other day, switching out light seals to a different one that he said felt better, but that wasn't his default scan. Yep. Nobody's going back to the Apple Store except freaks like us to get different light seal sizes. I don't have the time. We were told by an Apple Store employee there's over 100 different light seals.
Holy shit.
Like, you don't have the time to go one by one by one. So again, that's something where I'm just like, man, I'm trying too hard. And I will give the Quest props for this. It is very lightweight, and it is much more comfortable than Apple's Vision Pro. I still wouldn't say it's like super comfortable, but it is much more comfortable than Apple's Vision Pro. It's a worse experience when you're using it. And I'll stand by the fact that the experience of using Vision Pro is better. I just personally feel like Vision Pro, it feels like imagine Apple released the iPhone after that Steve Jobs unveil, like where they had it specifically programmed just to do certain things. That's just kind of like when I used the Apple Watch for the first time, it was really slow, but I still wore it every day. Because the pain points that it did have did not outweigh the magic and the greatness of what it did do. And the Vision Pro's pain points do not outweigh the greatness of it right now.
Gotcha.
Is that going to change? Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think that Vision Pro 2 and 3, but the fact that like this would be a challenge for you in your review, is to not even mention the second or third generation at any point. And if you notice it's impossible, it's because I think that there is a fundamental problem with this first version.
Well, that's like saying you should review iPhone 1 without talking about what this means for the rest of smartphones. Like that they're all going to be like this.
Like
there are certain game-changing aspects of the iPhone that it did for the industry. There's certain game-changing aspects that Vision Pro is going to do, not just for Apple in Gen 2 or Gen 3, but everybody. That's sort of my MO, is to talk about. It's funny you mention that because the review is really, it's not like any review that anyone's expecting. It is like barely about the present product. It's about bigger picture and what it stands for, kind of.
I'm very excited to watch it. I've noticed myself and so many other reviewers being like, man, second, third, fourth gen gonna go crazy. And I guess I've always heard people say that, right? Like every AirPods, right? Every new AirPod. AirPods 1, the long stem plastic little boys.
Yeah.
Those hurt my ear after more than an hour or two. But the magic of not having a wire was worth that pain.
Okay, yeah.
Physically. And I got a little bit more used to it. And, over time, Apple's improved the fit. Like, nobody's going to say that AirPods Pro 2 sound, it's like they weren't even created by the same company compared to the sound profile of AirPods 1. Like, AirPods Pro 2 compared to the original AirPods from 2016 are insane. Like, AirPods Pro 2 sounds so good. And people would have probably said, there's no way you'll ever make a Bluetooth headphone sound that good. But Apple did it.
Yeah.
Like a Bluetooth earbud. And yeah, I'm just really sad. And I'm also sad that everybody's like, buy this, because this is also terrible in its own ways.
But it's not. My issue with you, Samothy, is you are just full on to the extreme level of things. Like, to call the Quest terrible is quite the stretch to me.
Okay, let me addend. If you are doing anything but playing video games on your Quest 3, because the Quest 3, and everybody just needs to start saying this, the Quest 3 is a PlayStation and an Xbox. It is the lowest possible that this company can sell it to give you an experience. It is a game console. If you like video games, this is a great $500 game console. Here's the thing. Not everybody plays video games. So if you're not playing video games, like if you're just an Apple fan,
that I couldn't imagine buying that if you have no interest in games.
And I love video games. You hear me talk about playing video games like most days. I don't use this to play games because I still think that virtual reality games are kind of gimmicky right now. And there's not like there's super Red Hot or whatever these experiences that sound great and they're super fun. And I love playing mini golf with you, but they're still so niche. And I would just rather meet up with you in person and play ping pong or mini golf, bro. Like the real world's awesome.
We've had some pretty heated
long
ping pong
tangent.
matches.
So I believe that the Quest 3 is terrible for anything but video games. Just as compared to, I guess I'm really bad at describing things. Like I don't even have the Vision Pro in here because I put it on the charger just so it's always ready if I need it. But this probably is dead right now.
Do you need
so
it?
Vision Pro does things really great. Like, let me be specific.
Okay, be specific.
Vision Pro hardware is what I'm referring to when I say it's dog shit.
Okay.
Vision Pro software is amazing and magical and fun, and I that's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
It is the weight of the hardware. It is the fact that I am like the camera pass through is still really grainy, and that's the best that we have. It's the fact that the field of view is so small that I always feel taken out of my environment. These are just fundamental hardware issues for me.
Have you seen the picture of Vision Pro with its light seal off and a Quest 3, the difference in the lens sizes?
The Quest 3 has bigger lenses, right?
Yeah, like much larger. It was actually insane to see that.
Yeah. I mean, I can just look at it now.
This is so heavy, dude. My elbow. I almost said my elbow. Oh yeah. Look at the difference.
Oh yeah, night and day.
Why are you focusing on the wrong thing?
I know. Come on, Sony.
Hey! Focus here. I hate cameras. They're so stupid.
I know. But like, yeah, it's...
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
You see that?
Yeah, I mean, you can just see.
They're much
These are
bigger
massive.
there. Yeah.
The reason I'm not telling people to buy this product, and the reason I do have a personal issue with a lot of people being like, if you want a taste of Apple Vision Pro, just buy the Quest 3. It's because when you put this thing on, you're going to get so mad so quickly when you try to use the software because of how unusable the software on here is.
Unless you're coming from an Android device, then you're used to it.
Yeah, but like joining parties is impossible. Downloading and updating apps is so inconsistent. Meetings barely work. The camera pass through what you're seeing looks horrible. Like the controllers are janky that you always have to have with you. It's just, it's a video game console.
The fact that I can believe it, but like this is so insanely over-engineered that I'm just like holding it sometimes. It's just like they made this and sold this to people.
I know. And it's a marvel. It's an engineering marvel. I'm also not saying that. I'm just mad that I feel, and I know it can be so much better. Mm-hmm. And it's not. I guess usually when Apple enters, that is such a crazy thing that you're just like holding the front part, by the way. It looks wild.
Also, I'm checking for damage because the other day I was wearing this and I was like, let me just go walk around my house because you're supposed to be able to do that. And because my field of view is not good, the cord from the battery hooked onto one of my doorknobs as I was walking by and fucking yanked me. It yeeted my whole face, dude. And I was sure that this had been ripped out. And I'm telling you, it fucking grabbed my head and yanked me. And the fact that the connection isn't ruined, my cord isn't frayed or anything, this didn't get pulled out. insane. I thought for sure, I was like, oh, dude, my heart, I was like, oh no. I mean, I have Apple Care on it, but like, I thought within 2 weeks, ripped the side of this thing off.
Oh.
Yeah. We're all good though. All right. That's what is that a phone ringing? Okay.
You have to pick up.
Hello?
Hey, John, did you know that on average it takes about 30 days for a person to break their New Year's resolution? So
that
if
sounds
saving
right.
money was on your it's on your 2024 list, your odds aren't looking great. Luckily, John, I have a 100% guaranteed way to save money.
100%. That's a bold statement. How is it a 100% guaranteed way to save money?
You just switched to Mint Mobile.
Oh, we love Mint Mobile. See, it's crazy. I think you might be right because I think you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think right now Mint Mobile has wireless plans starting at like $15 a month, and we're talking unlimited talk, text, and data, $15 a month. Is that true?
Let's go, baby. That's what they're doing. Here's how it works. They give you the best rate, whether you're buying from one or a family. And at Mint, family start at just 2 lines. That's like barely even a family. That's just like 2 people, right? Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan. Keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Guys, they're the nation's largest 5G network delivered there. And all plans come with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data.
We love to hear it at just $15 a month. And listen, if you are watching this show right now, if you're hearing our voices in your earballs, there's a fancy link down in the description or in the show notes to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get that plan shipped straight to your door for free. Head to mintmobile.com/genius. That's mintmobile.com/genius. Cut your wireless bill to just 15 buckaroonies a month at mintmobile.com/genius. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Gosh, I love them. They're actually so good. Don't put that in the ad, but just between you and me.
No, I'll definitely cut it between you and I, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was even going to be like, I've never used a first-gen Apple product before, but that's just not true. I remember the Apple Watch. Day one.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
AirPods.
And I have not taken my Apple Watch off my wrist since 2015. Ever. I mean, maybe I missed a day or something, but like I have never
not on purpose
intentionally used it. And I already have my Vision Pro and I'm just like, oh, gotta go back in there. Gotta go back in there.
Oh, Sam.
We still have more of Mark's video. Maybe let's not make you edit too much. If you guys want to watch the rest of this Mark video, it's wild. You get the point. He makes a lot of points, but he makes the product that it's a fundamentally better product. And I don't agree with that. I think as a VR headset, the Apple is better. Mm-hmm. I just still think Apple. I mean, honestly, I cannot believe I'm about to say this.
Oh, fuck.
But Apple being too early, you were right.
I really hate how long it takes for you to come around to the things I say a year ago.
But to be fair, you had not tried it and I had not tried it. So I don't even, you just got really lucky. That's what I'm going to say. You got lucky on that one.
I get lucky a lot.
A lot. Yeah. Especially with the iPhone 15 leak that looks like the iPhone 4. I really like that one.
Yeah. That was iPhone 14. Get it right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. And the MacBook that was coming to WWDC that I sold mine for. Okay. I'm just mean. But like,
they only wrote articles about that. It's urban myth and legend now. It's not real.
Yeah. These are, for anybody curious, like to hear your more fleshed out version, if you're like, what does he really mean? I want to hear. It's like, I'm going to do a video. I'm not going to tell you the title because I am excited for the title. But like, I think John is going to do a really good, I think we're doing the perfect videos for who we are. I think you're going to do the like people, why this matters story. And I'm going to do like the critical look.
Yeah.
At Vision Pro and
I'm fucking psyched
and all
for
the
that
good
too.
and bad.
Okay, here's a question. Well, never mind. I guess I have my answer because you've made multiple. I was going to say, are you like making multiple videos about Vision Pro? Because that's what YouTubers did their YouTubey thing where they just fucking bought this thing and then boom, 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 content for a week. I am making one Vision Pro video, and that's it. I'm done. I'm going back to doing normal other stuff.
iPhone 16.
Oh,
big leak.
Kill me.
Yeah.
So, okay, after you do your review, are we getting any more Sam Kohl, Apple Track, Vision Pro content?
For sure. Like WWDC, I think I'll probably...
Yeah.
Well, then again, I don't know if I have the bandwidth to do that. I'm not sure right now because I am noticing interest waning a decent amount. And
that's what I'm wondering. Is
my own interest as well.
Yeah. Is interest waning, or are the videos just bad? Like everyone, and by everyone, I'm excluding you, because I noticed a thing that, because we talked before Vision Pro came out. So I noticed Sam had the 24 hours in Vision Pro idea like weeks before Vision Pro came out. And then everyone started doing those. And I saw that you that was clever. You just like, fucking, yeah, you guys can do it, especially since they're doing it and it's not performing, some of them anyway. I think YouTubers are suffering from the YouTube thing where they got the new thing and then they just spammed everyone with it, and everyone has the same ideas, and it's like it's content overload with Vision Pro. And so it's like it's decision fatigue almost. It's like, what are you supposed to watch? There's nothing that's different, really.
I mean, it was like this launch was the crazy. I mean, it was my biggest. I mean, my video, like my TikToks about Vision Pro and stuff have done way better than I would have. I mean, 30 plus million views I would have never predicted.
No.
From a drop test, right? And but everybody's videos were going crazy. Like everybody was getting millions of views on TikTok. I'm not saying like I'm special. People were clicking for Vision Pro, not for me.
I mean, let's be real. Not everyone was fucking destroying it.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, some people didn't, love that I was destroying it.
I couldn't think of anyone in particular.
Should we talk about this? I was gonna move on.
I'm leaving it up to you.
I feel like people deserve an explanation because it was pretty blindsidey for me as well.
Okay.
So you know how initially I sort of talked in that first Vision Pro episode where I was like, and don't share my screen just yet. I want to find it. But you know how I told you privately, I'm like, I bet people are gonna. Some people will be mad at me for dropping an Apple Vision Pro, which I understand. Right? It's a
like
3,000
there is logic to a durability test like that, and it also helped people like understand that it's not as fragile as it might look. That's great. What some people didn't do though is watch the video, and they just looked at it as you were just fucking breaking this for views, which is like, that's half of it, but there's actual value coming out of this video, and it's not just for shock.
Yeah. And maybe just to clear this up, everybody was wondering how I dropped Vision Pro and made the money back. If I just uploaded it on YouTube,
not even a third.
I went into this planning to lose money. So for everybody who's like, oh man, he's smart, he's going to make his money back. I fully expected to maybe break even if things go crazy, but I'm going to lose a bunch of money on this video. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
If I'm all about money and views and about clout, I'm a YouTuber chasing that click clout, why would I go into a video planning to lose money? Because to me, there's only one explanation. And the answer would be, because I actually wanted to know what would happen. Yes. Do I want 1 million people to click on and give me money? That'd be cool. Yeah. Do I want it to get 1 billion views?
Oh, wow. It's really playing you up right now.
Yeah. Like, I would really like that. I would really love that. And anyone that says that they wouldn't love that is lying.
Of course.
Just to let you know. There's some people,
I don't
care
phonies.
About. Anyone that has a YouTube channel that's like, I don't care about the views at all. Really? Because if they all go away, you'd be unemployed. So...
yeah. Funny how that works.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, there's a lot of people who like to be like, I'm only... Listen, but John will know, like, even in our private conversation, I was like, I have to know what happens if you drop this. I need to know how fragile it is. And it. So I did it, and a couple of days later, it was like midday.
Which, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the initial response to this video was positive.
Yeah, for them. I mean, like, it wasn't obviously the people.
Yeah,
that were like,
yeah. There's outliers, but like,
of course,
for them, I've seen tech videos where people just break stuff just to break it, and the response leans negative. This is like people got value out of this, so then to see this follow up a few days later was like,
yeah. So I you can show my screen now. I saw this tweet from, I guess, previous friend of the show, Brian Tong, who is another tech YouTuber. He's somebody that I grew up watching and was definitely a huge inspiration to me, and somebody I got to meet a few times. We have like lots of photos together. We've been at many dinners and stuff together.
You took a photo, or maybe you didn't take a photo, but you were literally together the day of the launch.
Yeah, I said hi to, well, we'll get into that, but he tweeted out of the blue, no tags. If you're bragging, I'm the first to get Vision Pro in LA and then do a video destroying it, you're just chasing the views. You're not here for the love of tech, and it's obvious. What a waste. And this tweet did pretty well. Like, quite a few people saw this.
That's such an oddly, very specific, targeted post.
Do you want to know? So yeah, people might be like, oh, there's Sam overreacting again. He thinks everything's about him. He makes everything about him, which, hey, sometimes I do that.
I mean, this at least, but it's confirmed. So
are you wondering where he got the first to do it in LA? Let me just share this page real quick. I did a little Instagram post where I said, first person in LA to get Vision Pro, Apple, you're the best. I love you all. Thanks for making moments like this feel special. And like, as somebody who's been following the company for a while and somebody who's a fan, being able to like move to a new city, have this launch day experience, like, yeah, it was cool for me. Like, as a human, I was excited that day and I wanted to share that I was excited. I wasn't bragging to like rub it in other people's. It was just like,
that is an actual thing that happened.
Yeah, this is a cool thing for me. Like,
they clapped I was the first person to get it.
Yeah, and I have all of this on video. Like, I recorded it because it was a cool moment, and like getting to meet like part of the product team. Like, it was just cool for me. I was I was trying to express in that post how grateful I was that I was able to experience something like that for a big product launch, because that was really cool. So yeah, I had shared that like because it was cool and I had really fun. And then I saw this and like I literally had to read this multiple times because I was like, this is so weird. I don't really know where this is coming from. And yeah, I just started reading like through the comments, and there's just a lot of replies where people are like, hey, like, it's their thing. Why don't they just do it? And then Brian's like, no, not all of us like that content. And like, you know, he's sort of talking about how he does videos just for passion and because.
And that's cool. That's admirable.
That's great. Yeah, man. Like, cool. And then I think other people were like, what is this target? And he's just like, I'm just putting it out there. He says that he's combating hate with truth by specifically calling me out, which was a weird
hate with truths. Yeah.
Yeah,
it just
like
feels weird. I don't know.
Yeah, like I guess what I'm trying to say is reading all of this.
Man, I don't know.
I'm reading through this and I'm confused. And I want to show you why I'm confused really quick.
Show us why you're confused.
I'm confused because how do I share a window? I'm confused because this was me and Brian.
Hey.
Like, well, wait, what's the date on this? You can see it. September, just over a year ago. And he was actually, I think if you go back and look at these photos, he's one of the only people. Actually, I didn't even take a photo with anybody else that day. There's Danny hopping in, which is fun. But like, you can see the live photo. It's all smiles. It's cool. And I bring that photo up just to be like, I don't really know what happened. And a lot of people in the replies to that tweet. I want to put this out there because I made a very childish reply to his tweet that I want to own up to.
Okay, a little bit, yeah.
Let me pull that up. I said back because I was mad and hurt, and I responded emotionally. I'm just gonna say it. I was like frustrated with everything, and I'm trying to find. Okay, so I said this back, and I screenshotted it because I wanted record of what I said, just in case there's any confusion. And I did ultimately end up deleting this just so everybody knows. I replied, quote tweeting this so everybody could see what I said. I said, bro is already trashing me to secure iPhone 16 review units, which is obviously not true because that's not even how review units work. But I just want to do a public apologize.
It's like, yeah, it's an emotional reply, but at least you're trying to keep the air in the room light. Like his tweet is very heavy.
Yeah, I was sort of like, he's obviously not serious, so like I'll hit him back with something.
That's what I don't understand. Like, we have been cool with Brian Tong behind the scenes. I was just right next to him in Las Vegas. Him and I are cool. I texted him after to like check up on things to see what was going on. His response to me was to stay out of it. Which all respect there. He's been, as someone that like, I mean, I guess I'll speak for both of us, that we've looked up to, especially over the years.
Yeah.
It's weird for him to publicly say something instead of like privately messaging or not saying anything at all. Like, we're all professionals, and so like we're all trying to make our own path here, and it's just odd that it felt personal almost, I guess. Which is, I think that's why it sucks a little bit, because we've had him on the show multiple times. We've been on his show multiple times.
Yeah.
And like behind the scenes, there wasn't any indication that he had anything personal against us. Not sure.
I bring up my tweet to show what I said, because I want to publicly apologize for that response, because I do see how that was silly and childish. And looking back, I was cringing at that tweet 8 hours. I left it up for 8 hours. And I'm going to be honest, I was thinking about it a lot throughout that day. I was like, why did I say this? What is this accomplishing? I'm just, it's not doing, it was embarrassing for myself. So I wanted to publicly apologize to Brian for doing that, insinuating that he's doing anything to get review units. That's very unprofessional and childlike. And I was disappointed in how I had responded. I know it's small. People are like, why? I was looking back. I take my character very seriously. There was something else that Brian said and deleted that affected me a bit more. That wasn't just, I don't like drop tests, which to be clear is fair. Like, if you don't like drop tests, I can see how they're annoying. Like, I understand.
Yeah.
I choose something different for myself, but I can understand how someone would click a video, see someone breaking something expensive for, I guess, no reason, you could argue. I get it. I understand how you can feel that way. And I would hope that you could understand from my perspective that I have an actual curiosity for what happened. Same reason I dropped the iPhone 15 Pro in titanium. I didn't do that because I knew it would make the money back. If it does, it does. But I'm doing this because I want to know, is titanium better? And as we learned, it's not really better than stainless steel. Like, again, I'm learning something. And if I get value out of a video, I put it out. There was a very real possibility I was not going to put that drop test out if I didn't get any value out of it. Brian had replied to my tweet that I said he was trashing me. He said, trashing you, where's the lie? Your response tells me exactly where you're at, which is fine. Like, that's kind of you can tell he's still frustrated. But then he said, and let's not talk about how you operate behind the scenes. And that was where I personally drew a line and was like, oh, we're not, this is serious, like something's serious here. Like, to publicly accuse someone, I'm not exactly sure what he was accusing me of, but to be like, don't make me tell everybody your dirty laundry. don't make me tell everybody what kind of person you are. Which I was actually curious because I guess I don't know what type of person I am behind the scenes. Like, I was curious to see like what.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I was going to learn.
This is not my thing. I'm out of this sort of. I'm just like attached by association.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. Just seemed like if there's I don't know. It just seemed like if there is a problem personally, then he used a public-facing thing as a way to get his dig at you. And then somehow it like feels like that the public-facing thing wasn't the actual thing, and he's got a problem with something else. I don't know. I wish that you guys could squash it privately.
Yeah.
Like, this is not one of those situations where I'm like, let's get Brian on the show and talk it out. Like,
that would
I
not
respect
be
Brian
appropriate.
a lot, and I just didn't think that was something he would do.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why it's like Brian Tong very much behind the scenes feels like a person that has got the utmost respect for the industry and for the people working in the industry, especially considering he carved the path for many of us early on.
Yeah, 100%.
And it just, especially since we have contact with each other, that's the weirdest thing. It's not like he couldn't get a hold of Sam. And I just wish that this didn't happen publicly and we were all buds.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie. It definitely was. I'm so used to like, random people that I don't know being like, that guy sucks. And it's like, hey.
And that's fine. Yeah, whatever.
All good. There was something about the personal attachment and like attacking my character, which I take very, very seriously. Like, you've probably seen replies to like Mark Gurman and other people when they've been like, oh, Apple Track is being lazy or trying to steal content. I'm like, whoa. I don't, this is not a fucking game where I'm like, oh, let's see how many likes we can get to. This is my job. I've been doing this for over a decade. Like, I'm not here. At the end of the day, I take what I do very seriously, and it's very important in my heart. And it hurt not only when someone that I had looked up to, but someone that I had thought was a friend publicly shat on me in front of everyone. Like, so I'm
kind of surprised his initial tweet is still up. Like, I thought maybe that was just impulsive, but nope, still up.
Yeah, me too.
And I see what he's doing
when I checked.
Like, there is a scenario where Brian Tong does believe he's above all of this, and fair game, whatever. If like that, what Sam did was too negative, and you think we should be more positive about tech, like that is fair.
It's a fair opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's a good chance that he really does see himself as above this, and he's trying to facilitate a different view of this stuff. And what you did went against what he believes in. That is completely possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think the undertones of this felt more personal, which is it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Sam and I mean, we haven't had any major disputes, but like, there's things that we will never say publicly that we, talked about behind the scenes. And I'm not saying Brian Tong was that close to us, but closer than most people.
Yeah.
Like, the relationships that we've made through GeniusBar are definitely, like, we have better relationships with the people that have been on GeniusBar than haven't. And that's just like the way it is. We spent more time with them, talking to them. And like many hours with Brian Tong on our show and on his show.
Yeah, I was disappointed in all of this because the next morning after he had sent the tweet, because I was like, let's sleep on it. I don't want to do anything emotional. Maybe let's let him cool down, because he seemed a little, he was still replying like hours later to things. And I was like, okay, maybe he is very important. Let's just give him a chance. And I reached out the next day and said, hey man, when can you talk today?
This part hurts my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
And he didn't reply.
Yeah.
So I waited another 24 hours. Because I feel like, based on my public image, like sometimes I get a bad rap for like, oh, he always wants. I really care about people in relationships, and I'm a solver. Like, I want to do what I can to solve.
I will go on the record and say you are a much better human than I.
I appreciate that.
But I'm just saying, like,
okay.
Through the year, let me give this to you. The last few years of our friendship, you have made me a better person, which is like, I'm a very stubborn and in my ways person, and you have helped me grow and like evolve my character, and that's because you just live by some principles that the rest of us don't, and you don't budge on those, as we saw with the Casetify situation. But
for better or for worse,
like on a personal level, you are one of the finest humans I know, and it's just I think that's why it's tough that you went out of your way, you reached out, and that's what gets me. It's like you reached out privately and then didn't get a response, and that is like the effort that you put in and got literally not any acknowledgement back is just like unfair for the person that you are privately. Regardless of what we do with GeniusBar and regardless of what we do on the internet, like as a person, that's what really gets me, I think.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. And I feel obviously the same way about you, like helping me be a better person, looking at things differently, and sometimes acting less emotionally when I've definitely been impulsed to act in a different way. But yeah. So I waited another 24 hours. I was like, maybe he was just confused about what I wanted to like talk about. So I just said, hey, I'm not sure where our wires get crossed, but I would love to talk man to man and figure this out. When are you free to talk today? And he didn't reply. So that's fair. Like, I want to be clear. This is not like me airing this out publicly because I want people like, I just want people to know, because there were a number of people that were like, I thought you guys were friends. I just want people to know that this is not how I wished that this would have gone down. And I just wanted that to be on public record. So if there was ever a question about why are things weird if you guys are at the same event, why are things weird I just want people to know that if tomorrow, even after putting this out, if the man gives me a call and we can talk, even if we don't agree, that's great. Like, this is not me being like, things are like, I would love to understand where he was coming from. I would love to learn about myself and how I'm perceived, and maybe there are actions that I have that I'm not aware of. I'm not sure, but I'm open to the idea that I can be better tomorrow than I am today. And I want to learn. Like, I want to learn from a human level. Like, what do I do that hurt him? Have I said things? Like, I know we've referenced him on the show, and he's had, let's be honest, flare-ups with a number of other creators that are kind of out of the blue. Like Greg's Gadgets and him back in the day. Like, I want to understand where he's coming from, because ultimately I want to be better. And I was really hoping we could do that. And I just wanted people to know that, like, I don't have any bad blood. Even to this day, like, I'm not.
Just more disappointed than anything, really.
Yeah.
There are people that I do not like in this space and in this industry. Sure. And not on a personal level, I just don't like how they conduct themselves publicly. And
yeah,
I can't imagine saying anything publicly. Like, there are issues that I have with people that, like, so what if I have those issues? They're my issues to have. I'm not gonna, everyone's out here just trying to make it, and I'm sure I've had my moments, and this is one of those things, like, 2020, I fucking shit all over entire publications, 95 Mac rumors. Like, you're one of the people that, like, fucking rewired my brain, and also meeting those people from those publications. Like, I couldn't imagine talking like that now. Did I put on a pretty good show? Think so. But I also hurt some feelings in the process, and there are people attached to these places, and everyone's just trying to do their best.
Yeah. And it's so easy to forget that. Like I've had that with creators where I didn't like what I had seen. But the second I met them in person, all that went away. Mm-hmm. Like, let me just talk about an example of somebody who was at the Apple Store with me the day that I got Vision Pro. Like I walked to the Apple Store next to iJustine. I don't tell this story for any other reason than to highlight I've met Justine a few times. I think she knows my name. She has always been nothing but kind to me. And I'll be vulnerable and say it. Before knowing Justine on a personal level, and I don't even know her that well to be clear, but before being around her in spaces and listening to her speak, no cameras around, just human to human. Yeah. I think there was a perception where a lot of people were like, oh, Justine just hypes everything Apple does up. She's the queen of the Apple sheep. Like you've seen those mean comments where it's like, Justine. And I remember before I met her, there was a part of me that was like, yeah, it does seem like she just likes everything they do. The second you see her in person, that's just who she is.
Yeah.
she just loves everything.
Yeah.
That's not a bit. That's not for the cameras. That's just who she is. Mm-hmm. And I felt so stupid for even a second thinking that way about her.
Yeah.
I say that to tie it together, like, yeah, basically what you're saying. Like, people are just trying to be themselves, and I have definitely, to be 100% clear, I have definitely been disrespectful to people before, and I have definitely said the wrong things probably on the show about creators. I mean, we can look back at ourselves. That one episode where Apple explained, where we bullied him for 45 minutes, that was dumb as shit.
Yeah,
I feel like an idiot
that's still
for
public.
That.
Like that's
I literally can't watch that episode back because it's so embarrassing to watch myself like that. Mm. It's pathetic, dude. And we've put that out there before. I'm getting emotional about this because I'm mad that I have treated other people in this way. And I just want to say, after the Apple Explain thing, I did reach out to him directly, and I'm not sure if he ever got the message. I believe I sent an email or a DM, but I still feel bad for putting that out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And attacking another creator for just doing what they're doing. It's stupid and just embarrassing and low.
I'm very much about not deleting it. Like,
yeah, and that was a conversation we had.
Yeah, like not just that episode and not just personal stuff, but like also every incorrect leak I've ever put up is still up there. I'm not about deleting. Like, we should be allowed to grow. We should be allowed to like figure stuff out. And like, I don't even resemble the person I was last year. And that's like what life is all about. Another thing to mention, we're a lot younger than Brian Tong. And I think that's like, someone we looked up, that we still look up to, that we greatly respect, that is like, had many years of experience ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, it was weird to be at the Apple Store when I looked him in the eye and said, I really enjoyed your Vision Pro videos. And he said, thanks. And then 2 days later, I saw this tweet. That was weird.
Yeah. Did you say that yet? He was at the store when you walked out with the first Vision Pro in LA. He was there.
Now, had I sensed that our energy was a little bit weird over the past months? Yes. There have been some weird behind-the-scenes coincidences where we
It could, honestly, this could all stem from us talking about the Greg Skagit situation. This could all stem from that.
But I don't know. And just talk. But either way, I don't know. We sent him merch in the past. And then he was not really about that. So I guess maybe the writings. Moving to LA, there's obviously a lot of people that I'd be excited to hang out with. There were also some people that I got the sense are hey, I'm not really looking for new friends, or I don't want to be that close with you, which is cool. Yeah. I know that Justine doesn't want to hang out with me every day, and that's cool because everybody has their own life.
Bro? What is happening?
Dude, they're freaking out. They are losing their minds with these iMessage effects. But like the point being, I feel like I'm generally pretty socially aware to read the room to where like people can be professional. And then there's other people like Farouk iPhone Doe, where like I can just tell by his energy, he's like, he seems excited. Like we're going to get lunch soon or something. Like, you know, there's people that I can sort of sense are like interested in maintaining a relationship, and that's cool as well. There's not, the point I'm making is there's not a right answer, but I had sort of sensed things were weird with Brian, and I was like, okay, like I'm just going to kind of be neutral and not really kind of give them their space because I don't want to be annoying. But then, yeah, it was weird to see this. And Brian, if you're watching this, I hope. Yeah, I mean, I hope you're like what I don't know. I don't actually hope anything for you other than like you're living your truth in whatever way that is, and like if that's never talking again, that's cool as well. But it's just it's just a weird situation. I've never encountered anything in this in my life. Like I've never had somebody tweet about me, and then when I tried to fix it, that wasn't. Yeah, like I guess I've just never been in a situation.
That's
like this.
The weird part is that he engaged. You opened up the conversation privately. And he wasn't okay with responding. He was okay with making that public statement, but not okay with fixing it privately. Like, if you're going to start something, you got to be willing to finish it, I feel like.
Like, have you ever had, like, a falling out with a friend before you fix something?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you have, right? Where maybe they've heard that you were talking some ish about them behind their back. Mm-hmm. And word kind of got... I mean, I remember in high school there was a situation, probably a couple with friends that I'm ashamed of and that have been worked out and fixed, whatever. Yeah. But I remember it was a situation where it was like, yeah, it'd be weird to like go in front of an auditorium and be like, I don't like what my friend's doing.
Yeah.
And then your friend like walked up to you after he's shown like, hey man, let's figure this out.
And then you just like, walked away.
And left. Yeah. I don't know. So
that's
it was
like
weird.
You and I we haven't had any serious issues, but there have been things that I've done that you're not a fan of. There's been things that you've done and we just kind of, we very quickly bring it up. Like we don't let it simmer. We don't harbor anything. We're just like, hey man, didn't like this a lot. And then it's fine. Like I couldn't like imagine, I know it's not the same thing because we are much closer than Brian Tong is to us, but it's not the same thing as if I fucking fired a shot publicly on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think it's different because we've known Brian Tong for so long, longer than he's known us. You know, we watched him for many, many years.
Maybe we're just too big of fans. Maybe he's like, this is fan behavior. I gotta cut the snakes off.
Gotta cut them off. Yeah, maybe.
But like, anyway. There's even. We actually. I want to wrap this conversation with this part of the show. Like, you and I had a situation that I was very embarrassed about, and I still am embarrassed about, and it's cringe to even bring up. 3 weeks ago, when we recorded an episode, when you had made the video, no one cares about Apple Vision Pro.
Oh yeah.
And during the show, I definitely got.
I didn't say anything publicly. If you're saying something, this is the first time it's going out.
Yeah, no, I'm bringing this up because I'm embarrassed by what I did.
Okay, all right. See, this is what I mean. He doesn't have to do this, but he's fucking doing it.
Yeah, we recorded a podcast. It was like 2 hours, and I just kind of berated John about this video, and I wasn't.
And I was right anyway, you fucker.
And you were. I want to be right. Yeah, clear. You were right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was just like talking to you. I was like kind of talking down to you and like really
there was
being
a point
emotional.
Where, like, yeah, there was like a point where it became less about the video I made, and you were like attacking my character almost.
Yes.
And in the show, I was like, hey, I feel like you're attacking me personally. And it was fine. I think that show would have been fine to go out, but I understand why you didn't want it to go out. It was uncomfy.
Yeah, it was uncomfy. And I disagree.
We recorded that. I mean, that night you were like, hey, can we re-record? Like, it was right away.
I didn't like my energy. I'm not sure where my head is at, and I apologize multiple times to you. And I hope you know I still genuinely mean, like, that wasn't me being like, oh, I'm sorry, like, don't put this is like me genuinely being like, why did I treat my friend like this? Why did I treated you, and you pointed this out, and it's because you're fucking smart and way smarter than me. You were like, I feel like you're treating me like a fan in the comments versus my friend. And that's exactly what I was doing.
Like you were saying things in that moment where like kind of like what you said about Brian. I would understand if a fan accused me of this, but you know me as a person, and I think it was like just along the lines of you had said that I was hoping for Vision Pro to fail, and so I was creating this narrative in my content that I didn't believe in, or I was trying to go against the grain from everyone else, and I was doing it on purpose, and I didn't actually believe the things I was saying. And that was like, yeah, Sam, you know me better than that. So
yeah. So why would I even? Yeah, why would I think that silly? But embarrassing.
And we'll play that episode in its entirety right now. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, people are probably like, oh, let's see. But again, like, I really respect what you said about like not deleting things. And I think that's important. And actually the reason I deleted my thing is because there's a couple situations where I'll take something down, and it's where I think it's going to cause like more harm than the value it provides.
Yeah, and that was you responding too. Like,
yeah.
And you were right, you responded emotionally and
like, it was weird. Like, anytime you do something on the internet, there's going to be people that come out. But like, you definitely got some of the people that like really do not like me, which I guess I'm aware exists. I'm lucky enough that I don't see it that much.
Yeah, people my name is banned on Reddit, so it's like,
it really drew the people that were like, Sam is a clickbaiting whore. I fucking hate him. Like, these were people that were like saying these things. I'm like, that's a little heavier than what I'm used to.
Yeah, a little bit much.
And that's okay if you feel that way. Like, I want all this to be clear. Like, I'm not saying that everyone is entitled to say all of this. Like, I certainly believe that, like, I'd rather have that discourse out there than to control or have a reins on what people say. But like, I sort of looked at my tweet and I was like, God, I don't want people doing that to him. Nobody deserves to have those people come out. Like, why did I respond emotionally?
Because they did, if I remember, they did start firing back at him, and there's especially if you are trying to go out of your way and figure this out privately, there's no reason to have public stuff. It just, man, the internet's so fucked up.
Yeah, I hate it sometimes.
It really is fucked up, dude. And I'm sorry that it took me especially so many years to like realize there's people behind usernames and stuff. And
yeah. And it's so hard. It's so easy to dehumanize everyone when it's just a profile picture. Like, it's so easy.
Kind of technically, we're all just playing characters online. Like, it's not real.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I bring this story up in the podcast, and I bring it up in general because I think there is some value of like, maybe you could take a piece of this away. Like, if you're going through something with a friend, or if you're going like, I think there's like a good way to hopefully solve stuff, and like just always the answer. There's never been a situation in my life where this has ever been the wrong answer, which is go directly to that person and have a conversation. That has failed me.
FaceTime is supporting you
0 times in my life. Like, any time.
That's how this happened.
That's how this show happened. And you know what? I was going to start airing all my shit with you publicly. Did I ever tell you? I don't know if I've ever told you this.
Oh, God.
I don't know planning a full takedown video of your character on my main channel.
What? What were you going to say?
I was so mad at you for being mean to people that I was like,
fuck.
I was going to like, dude, this is so funny. I was like going through your tweets trying to find any like non-PC things to try to like get you canceled by.
Yikes, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was
that
petty. No, not
okay,
you.
Good.
You were squeaky clean.
I was going to say, really? I should fucking, if you know of anything, just send me some links.
Yeah, it was December 12th, 19. And I was like, damn it. He's like not saying anything. And then after sitting with my emotions, this is something else. If like you really feel a way about somebody, I found it beneficial in my life to like sit with things for a while. So for a couple of days, I sat. I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling as mad at. Why didn't I just like ask him why he's a dick? Like, why don't I just send him a message and be like, basically, hey, why are you like this?
I wonder if I still have it.
Oh, I'm sure we have. I think it's like our first. It's wild, but I'm such a proponent of like working things out and like figuring things out. And I've fallen short.
Bro, April
did you find
12th, 2020, right before April 15th. So you fucking timed that perfectly. I mean, I won't read it, but yeah, because it's like between us. But yeah, So Sam and I hadn't really talked.
God, I just found it.
Yeah, Sam and I had never really talked. I was jealous of him at this time, I remember. I was very jealous of the Apple Track idea. That was one of those ideas where I was like, why didn't I fucking think of that first? And you hit 100K before me, and I felt very jealous about that. There was nothing about you that I didn't like. I think it was just coming from a place of jealousy. And I was like active internet status at the time, active asshole status. And I was on GadgetCast with Travis MCP and Greg from Greg's Gadgets. And you just reached out to me, and that started, we opened up a conversation. You gave me your number like the second DM ever. And yeah, here we are.
That's so funny to go from like these long messages and then it's a link to record a podcast. It's like a TriCast. That's so funny. It's so wild.
I mean, I think we went more in depth in this story specifically in the first episode of GeniusBar. That was what we covered. It was like we hate each other. We hated each other. Something like that was the title.
Yeah, if you guys have never listened to the first episode, it's only available on Apple Podcast or like RSS.
Yeah, it was audio only.
Podcast apps. But it's a good podcast. It'd be fun. I haven't listened back to that first show, man.
Me either.
But yeah, I just I'm finding as I age that drama is really fun, and I'm a sucker for it. Like, it's fun.
I love drama. I love consuming the drama.
Yeah, like I love watching drama podcasts, but like, man, is being in it exhausting. And
but some people love this. Like, to them, this is content. And I guess we're talking about it on the podcast, but like, we wouldn't have been if it wasn't he publicly opened the gate. So like, you deserve to respond, and people deserve to know that your response is not venomous. It's like, I don't think people expected you to, I mean, maybe some people expected you to respond this way, but like immediately after that. So we'd already recorded our Vision Pro GeniusBar just a little bit before that. And so when Brian put that out, every time we're like, new GeniusBar episodes coming, all the replies are like tagging Brian Tong, or they're going to talk about Brian Tong. Like for 3 weeks, people have been tagging Brian Tong every time we tweet new episode coming out.
And don't.
And it's like, and I think they were wanting that, and that's just not how you actually feel. So I'm glad you have an outlet to tell people how you actually feel.
And this is to my audience. Like, unless I ever ask for like help tagging someone, like please never.
Even if it makes everybody look bad.
Please never like go after someone, or especially after this. I'm going to be really, really disappointed if any one of you would like shade him or do something mean to him. That's not what I want. That doesn't make me happy. That's just gross. And that's not, I know you guys are better than that. I haven't had a problem with like my fans and like the people that support me do that. So I definitely, especially for something like this, I don't want to see that. Y'all geniuses are better. But yeah, that was a weird thing. I just felt like we had to talk about it. I know that was way longer than I expected.
Yeah, but also it was like it evolved into like just a deeper discussion about how we think about stuff.
Yeah,
people.
I hope people find it valuable. Just like, how do you look at a situation? Or it's like, I would find it really valuable to hear from like a creator that I watch, to like hear.
I would. There are a lot of my favorite people. I wish they talked to us like we talk to our.
Yeah, audience. I want to hear like Marquez have this conversation. Like when Marquez has a disagreement with an employee about something, like how do they? I want to hear like how like the greatest of us like problem solve. I guess maybe that's what we should do. Start bringing people on and be like, Quinn Nelson, when you and your wife get into an argument, what do you do? Just get like all the like craziest tea ever.
Yeah.
But no, I think hearing how people problem solve is interesting, and obviously I still have a lot to learn. If one thing is clear, just like Apple has a lot to learn.
Yeah, show's not over, people.
With what else? We talk about.
They're folding the phone still, dude. They're still fucking. Did I see a report from the information that there's 2 prototypes for a foldable iPhone, which is the same thing I said in 2021 or something. What I didn't know is that they were still going to keep doing this, dude. Like,
This one's crazy. Apple's still working on a folding phone.
Like
why?
I hear it, right? I get it, but there's still a huge part of me that does not believe this will ship ever. Like by the time this is ready to ship, I feel like they're going to wake up.
I don't see it. I don't see it happening, and I've maintained this.
It just seems like a dead end.
Phone, yes, agree. I just don't know. Right now, all folding phones do is fold.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that that's a compelling enough use case.
They're just your normal phone, but like less durable.
Yeah.
And like, dude, they're already so portable. Why gotta fold it up? You're just adding a step for me to get into my phone. I fucking don't get me started.
Yeah.
I'm not, everyone knows we are not fans of folding phones, and I just think this is a dead end for Apple to continue to pursue. I just don't see this actually shipping. I would be shocked.
And this is not something I'm like excited for either. Like I hear about the Apple Car, and that does excite me, or
it tingles. It tingles your balls a little bit.
Yeah, we got some tinglage down there, but like then I hear about this, and I'm like,
and what's shitty is I'll have to buy it. Like if they ship it, I'll have to buy it, and then I'll have to publicly be disappointed.
Unless, I mean, that would be a Christmas miracle if Apple made me like a folding phone.
It really would.
It'd be crazy. And then everybody would be like, Apple Meat Rider, you're glazing.
Yeah, that's the worst phrase. Dude, can we fucking get rid of that phrase? Just, I hate you people.
You're glazing. That's all the TikTok comments. Bro glazes Apple. Yeah, I do.
They're also probably 8 years old.
Dude, I wish I was 8 years old again. My biggest problem was like, Sheila stole my crayon.
It's fucking Sheila.
And I had to be like, Sheila, can you give me my crayon back? And she was like, I didn't steal it. And I was like, but I freaking saw you. And then my teacher was like, don't curse.
Yeah, I was just trying. When I was 8, I was just putting Elmer's glue on like those crayon boxes and trying to peel the glue off and sell that to people. Really? Did some really stupid shit in school, dude. Yeah. I used to make candles out of crayons. And yeah, that means they smelled like crayons. I had little glasses, like little tiny. Back in the day, there were glasses that were like child size, which is a terrible idea now. Like, just if you drop it,
yeah,
like that's a horrible thing to give to kids. But they were little tiny glasses, and I would fill that. I would just all day in school sharpen crayons and get all the shavings, and then take them home and put them in a glass and put it on the microwave and melt it with a wick in there. And then sell that at school for like 50 cents. And it was just a crayon-smelling candle.
Maybe you're just
little entrepreneur, though, you know?
Yeah. Little JP going cray-cray out there, baby.
I also did Fear Factor in school. Like, I got like 50 cents per person at recess that wanted to participate in Fear Factor. And I didn't do anything. I just made them do stuff like, can you hang upside down on the monkey bars? Like,
wait, you would keep the money?
Hell yeah.
Wait, why would they give you 50 cents to hang upside down?
To be part of the club. To say they got to do it.
Bro was like, I want to make a subscription to be my friend. That's actually so good. I didn't really have any like, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, I used to like be young and be like knocking on people's doors to shovel their snow. To, like,
that is, dude, fuck you. That is the most Sam thing. I was like scamming people in school, and you're like, I will shovel your driveway for nothing but a hug.
I remember some people, I would be like $20, and they were like, no, 10. And I was like, I'm not doing it for 10. They were like, then buy. And I'd walk away.
Good. Standing on business.
At 15. I'd stand on business at 15, but. Yeah, okay, so looking forward, you've got your Vision Pro video. Mine's going to be out at some point. God, but I think...
What are you doing? What are we doing? We haven't really addressed this on GeniusBar, but maybe it's the way to close out the show. What the hell are we doing? Because if you are an audience member of our respective channels, those channels are not publishing content the same way that you are used to.
Yeah.
I think both of us are pivoting.
You're popping off, King.
Nah, too early to say yet. Too early to say yet. We'll see.
You've been popped.
But no, I feel like we're both pivoting, and like we both have been uploading, and we didn't plan this, but like one video a week.
Yeah, basically.
And like you have changed your whole style of video. Like you changed your style once you got on your new set.
It takes so damn long now. It takes too damn long. I just want to be a TikToker. It's so much easier.
No.
So
you got to come back
quicker.
home, Sam.
I'm so envious of the TikTokers. They're living the life.
No, they aren't, because you know all the TikTokers that you have ever met they want to be YouTubers.
I know, but they're so much cooler than me.
No, you just got that grass is greener issue going on, and it ain't.
Yeah. No, I'm very thankful for YouTube. I feel like I've been having, we were talking before the show, I just feel a little burnt out. I feel a little burnt.
I mean, you moved and then you've been traveling. You went to Japan.
I've been just behind on everything in my life. I'm just tired and I want to pay my bills without working.
So, wow, the most relatable thing you've ever said. Everyone wants to do that.
Everyone wants that.
I just want to pay my bills without working.
Dude, I mean, the story time in your videos lately has been crazy. Like, if you guys haven't watched John's recent videos.
Yeah, we're doing less. I think I made a realization. So after the Tim doc, I mean, you know my next idea, but it also started conversations of like, are we looking at the last year or two of Front Page Tech, the show? And what I think I have discovered is in trying to pivot to do something else, I've actually done something else. And I think Front Page Tech, even though it's still called Front Page Tech, isn't that anymore. It's not the same format. I don't act the same. It just is only the same in the name and kind of the set. Other than that, it's almost unrecognizable. And it makes me wonder, is Front Page Tech the show dead? Like, is Front Page Tech the name built to the point where now we just are Front Page Tech? Like anything we put out is just now Front Page Tech. We're not doing multiple news stories per show. We're not even really covering the news like topically when the news comes out. We're picking and choosing and being more intentional about, okay, what news story can tell what news article or leak can tell a greater story about where this is going to take us. And I think that rewards the viewer now. Like, you're not just getting what you could see on Twitter or something. Like, there's only so much competing with Sam Kohl that I can do. And like, why am I gonna talk about the news on a show if Sam just fucking tweeted it? You know, like in 2 sentences. And I think that like unpacking and starting a hook at the beginning of the show and ending with the like wrapping the whole story together by the end is super interesting to me, and that's what I want to make. And I guess that's what we are making. I'm doing my first review video ever. That's going to go so hard.
I never thought I would hear that.
Yeah, I never thought I would do one, and I don't know if I'll ever do one again. But, like, I liked some tweets today because someone pointed out to me, Shay pointed out to me that, first of all, I had no idea how long he's been watching us.
Yeah, it's been a minute, I think.
That's troubling. He said he was like 11.
That's crazy.
And he reminded me of a tweet that I put up years ago. And I basically was like, let me see the tweet. Okay, it says, I feel like we're doing unboxings and reviews wrong. Every video is the same video, different YouTuber. People make videos as if their video is the only video, and everyone is just hearing and seeing the same thing over and over. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. And I just went back and liked some tweets today because people were like, Trenton's Tech was like, what would you do differently? This was 3 years ago. Or no, sorry, 2 years ago.
I remember that tweet. We talked about it on the show.
People, and like I found one from Viper, you know, the man about tech who we love, who tweeted like in 2018, he really wants to see John Prosser do a review. And it's like,
whoa.
I waited to now, I guess, Apple Vision Pro to actually give it a shot. And I don't know if I'll ever give it a shot again. So we'll fucking see.
Yeah, man.
Like I couldn't imagine going this hard for a fucking iPhone. Like I don't know. I don't have it in me. Maybe another not review.
It's tough. It's tough.
Maybe
Did
another
you put out a 15 Pro not review?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel like I missed that.
Title of it was Best iPhone Ever. It was like 23 minutes or something. It was long.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it didn't do exceedingly well. How many views did this bad boy get?
I have
How
so
many
many
you get?
ideas for my Vision Pro review. I've been having a hard time with decisions, probably because I'm anxious.
Well, let's chat about it. Yeah, my iPhone 15 Pro, not a review, best iPhone ever, 4 months ago, 161,000 views. What can you do?
Good video though.
You just said you didn't see it.
Oh, well, I probably did. I just probably don't remember.
Good video,
it wasn't fucking rememberable enough.
4 months ago was like 4 years ago.
It kind of feels like that. FPT, let me see. Where's your... Oh, it says I watched it, I think. Wow.
Must not have been memorable.
John Prosser, my boy. I liked it, so I definitely watched it, bro.
So what's your plan? Are you moving to TikTok? Are you a TikToker?
No, I think TikTok is awesome, but I fear that I'm spending too much time there.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze?
No, not that it's not worth it. I just fear that I fear that I'm getting caught up with the bigger numbers than what I'm used to seeing on YouTube and misaligning my priorities in a way that I don't really like. Like, I wish I could just say like all my banger video ideas for the year right now. But then
do not. Yeah, do not.
No, I know somebody would actually probably steal one because
multiple people would be in a race if you said it out loud to see who.
Some
got
of
it out
them
first.
are like, I don't know. John and I were talking before this, and I was like, I feel like I'm in like a rut with YouTube. But then I like thought about all my ideas. I'm like, no.
That's the only difference, dude. I have like one solid idea and I just start fucking doing it. You have a list full of ideas that you haven't even started. Like what? You have a little piggy bank of ideas. Just fucking break that thing open and start going to town. You have like career-altering ideas lined up that you're just like not touching.
Yeah, because some of them are risky and cost.
That's the best.
Yeah, I know, but I want it to be perfect, and it's not perfect. I know exactly what I want to make, and I don't want to waste the idea on something less than perfect. That's what's holding me back. I don't want to film it on a white wall. I need to.
What are you talking about? You film in Apple Park. What more do you want?
Yeah, but
you have a set in your apartment, the wood thing. You could do multiple things. You've got a bunch of LED lights. You've got Luke Miani's house. You've got Apple Park.
I do have Apple Park. I love Apple Park.
You've got a key. I heard they gave you a key, and you can just go in at nighttime and film. You can do whatever you want.
It's pretty cool. I love Apple Park. Thanks for having me, Tim. Please just give me Vision Pro access next time. Yeah, I've got a lot of ideas and I just don't really have, I just feel like I don't have time. I feel like I don't have time to pause and start working on them because I feel like I'm behind on all these other ideas I got to get out to pay bills. There's sponsors
just do the old John Prosser maneuver. You pre-record some stuff, have it ready, and then while that stuff is going out, your head is buried in the sand doing the other thing.
Oh, but that sounds like so much work.
It is.
Constantly.
It is, but then you won't feel like this.
Will I feel alive again?
You might feel worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very excited. I mean, we got the March event coming up that we'll probably start talking about that like next episode.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like almost the end of the month. I mean, oh god, I feel like I should just film my Vision Pro review tonight. Just put it out. Should I do a not a review of Vision Pro?
You fucking bitch. Yes.
I wouldn't call it a not a review, but
no, that'd be amazing if you did.
No, I would not steal your title. That would be
That's
insane.
amazing.
I also wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't steal my title. Fucking here you go. Is in how many the titles of your videos?
Okay, to be fair, here you go are 3 generic words. Calling it not a review is literally something that you coined. Like no one else has ever said that. That would be like
because it's a stupid thing to say. It doesn't make any sense.
But no, I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I want to be me. So
okay. Call it definitely a review.
I mean, I would say if people are like, when are you going to do the first one of these ideas? I would say March is when you will see the first of a cool video that you will have never seen from anyone else in the world.
That's what we love to hear.
It will be a cool video of something that people have never seen on camera before. And it's very simple and stupid.
You're saying too much. You're saying too much. Cool. Okay, alrighty.
Okay. I'm just saying. Alrighty. And then
it's Steve Jobs' corpse. Never seen before on camera. He has it. He found it in Apple Park with the key. Money.
That's where I got the key.
Yeah. Took it out of his jeans.
Man, there's a lot going on. 2024. Okay, I'm curious because I have a feeling. Even with everything I'm feeling, I know by the end of this year, 2024 is going to be my biggest and best year I've ever had.
Agree.
You know how
crazy it is? You know how crazy it is that people just die? Like,
what do you mean?
Steve died, and then he just missed all his stuff. There's been so much that has happened since he died, and he just died.
I think about that often, actually. I'm like, man, I'm going to die and miss out on like Vision Pro 98.
Yep.
I'll be so pissed when they finally make
that's what I'm worried about.
To wear
Vision Pro 98.
How?
I hope there's never a Vision Pro 98. I hope Apple doesn't even exist by then. I hope we're doing something else 98 years from now, 97 years from now.
Technically, we could still be alive. We'd be the oldest people ever. But
we would.
I don't want to be alive.
Like, I'm kind of banking on that. I'm kind of banking on just like keeping myself as healthy as possible and then hoping that someone drops like the miracle cure for everything in my lifetime.
We could switch.
You know what'll really piss me off?
What?
Is if I fucking croak and then like a month later they're like, live forever, here you go. I'll be so upset. Like, I feel like that's going to happen right outside of our lifespan. Maybe. Really well, actually, it would probably happen. You'll be good. You're a few years younger.
5 years younger. Or 4 years. You're 30 now, right?
Yep.
Dude, actually, that's crazy. I'm going to be 26 next month.
Whoop! Whoop! What do you want for your birthday? What did I get you last year?
You got me the speakers.
The Atom audio speakers, yeah.
Yeah, which I use literally every day.
My favorite speakers ever.
Yeah, no, I literally love those. People come over, they say they're too big, they make fun of them. I say, no, they're just right.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry they sound incredible and you don't have anything at home that sounds that good. Sorry they're too big. Yeah.
No, I actually love them.
They're as big as my dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, what do I want for my birthday?
Who's coming over and saying that? Luke Miani?
No comment. It was Luke Miani.
Damn it, Luke Miani.
He thinks my speakers are too big.
When's his birthday? I'll fucking send him a set and make sure he puts them right on his desk.
December 15th, I see.
Okay, Luke Miani.
Let me see if I got that right.
Get ready for a set of speakers.
Oh, it's the 16th. Damn it, I'm a bad friend.
Oh, all right. Calm down.
I'm the worst. Guys, this has been a wild episode. How long have we been going, by the way?
Another one of those episodes where we did not follow the notes and just kind of did whatever we wanted, which is the best episode.
Wow, almost 2 hours.
Hopefully somewhere in there we put a sponsor. That'd be great.
That would be sick to pay the bills. Thank you, guys. Sweet. For real, thank you for listening. And remember, this is the last little teaser. We are still planning on transitioning the show to in person every week later.
The biggest transition that has ever occurred on the planet.
It's going to be great, just like iOS 18. We got iOS 18 ourselves.
Except no AI. Actually, holy shit, we're doomed.
Wait, why?
The OpenAI stuff that came out this week?
Oh, yeah, the video.
Fuck Luma. That. That is not cool. That is not all right. A year ago, we were like, haha, that's a funny looking video, clearly made by AI, and it's really messy. A year later, and no, it's not perfect. If you know what to look for, you can find little things. But that is a year's difference. That means next year, it is indistinguishable. Dude.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
And it's it feels like a personal attack because it is specifically all the things that we do manually that it can just do by you type some words in a prompt and it's like, okay, I make that. I'm a computer.
Yeah, just think.
Goodbye stock footage. Goodbye drone pilots. Goodbye drones. What do you need drones for?
Bye-bye drone. Bye DJI.
Like that. It's so fucked.
It's crazy, man.
I am not a fan of government regulation. as you know. But this is one instance where I pray to God somebody's going to say no. Like this should not. That we've got to have guardrails. It's getting too freaky, too scary, and too much damage could be done. I could have an AI video. There's so much footage of Sam. I could make an AI footage. I could make an AI footage of Sam robbing the Apple Store.
Yeah, you could.
I could have him stealing from Tim Cook's office and say, "Look, I have video of this." And what is he going to say? No, I didn't. There's tons of video of him already in Apple Park. It's not far-fetched. See?
And on that note, dude, and if you, the thing that's really bad that I'm definitely like, this is like the deep fake AI prawn. I don't want to say the word.
Yeah. Well, you saw the Taylor Swift thing that happened, right?
Yeah.
She has a bunch of she has her legal team going after it. X wouldn't let you search the term Taylor Swift on that. That's for Taylor Swift, the most famous person in the world. You think they're going to fucking shut down search for us? No.
Yeah. But it's tough because I've seen, there's been some stories of people who've like had it done to them.
Yeah.
And they've taken it really hard and it's really, really messed up. And
AI is fucked.
Yeah, there's got to be. I mean, it's like anything. I mean, smoking and drinking can kill people, and there's regulations on that.
True.
I definitely think AI is.
There needs to be regulations on how AI is used in in a professional environment.
Like the deep fake, inappropriate photos thing. Like that should be illegal. Yeah. Unless you have someone's consent.
Yeah.
If you have someone's consent to do
go
it,
ahead.
Great,
sure, yeah.
Go for it. But if you don't have someone's consent, like I see no difference between that and like revenge P word or whatever. I'm trying to not get demonetized on YouTube.
And there's so many hours.
It's got very adult at the end.
There's even if it's not just video, it could just be audio. There is hours of audio of you and I talking, saying every word in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
Fucking horrifying.
Yeah, man.
No one can get any ideas. I'm just saying.
If you wanted to, there are literally hours of us training AI, but you better pay us for that content. Don't you take our data, Spotify.
Wait, could we use AI
to just do the show?
Yeah, never actually show up for the show. Just be like, how would John Prosser and Sam Kohl talk about the foldable iPhone? Enter.
Dude, that's crazy that one day it's going to be good enough to probably like predict what we say before we say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then how are you going to know what's real? Like if you hear the AI predict what you were going to say before you know.
That's the scariest thing is like AI is good enough to trick us. Now think about the average person scrolling through social media on their tiny little device. Those videos are going to trick so many people. Social media is going to become less about just casually browsing, and you're going to have to really think, is what you're seeing real? Do not like. Twitter needs like one of those like tags next to something where it says AI generated. Like TikTok has that.
TikTok does that. Yeah. But that is also usually if the user opts in. Like, when you post a TikTok, you have to check
really?
If it's AI. Yeah.
That's less
I mean, maybe they're doing it automatically. They are TikTok, so that one's pretty good. But
yeah, there's like at least for writing and stuff, there are algorithms and websites you can spit text through and it'll tell you the chances of it being AI generated. I wish and hope Twitter would put something in place where it could just look stuff over and determine is this AI or not.
All right, let's end on a positive note because it's very, very,
very scary.
Negative. Neanderthal? What do they call it? Nihilism. We're sounding very nihilistic.
Where did you get Neanderthal from that?
I don't know.
Cavemen. They were very negative
depressed.
people.
They were very depressed. Okay, what is the thing for 2024 you're most excited about? Well, actually, maybe you don't want to say. Say whatever you're comfortable saying is what I'm trying to say. I don't want you to give away a video idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's personal things. There's job things.
But the number one,
right now, in my career, the Vision Pro review is gonna be one of the best video. Like the Tim, I think I have earned the trust from the audience that I don't overhype things. I delivered every time I hyped something up. The Tim Cook doc was my best video I've ever made. The Vision Pro video is going to be close to that level of quality, but there is a project much larger that if I pull it off the way I want to pull it off, it is
insane.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like other YouTubers would be like, wait, you can do that? We were allowed to do that this whole time?
That is actually an insane idea.
So,
okay, so you have
good
a lot.
Luck,
that wasn't one
me.
thing, but I'll let you. I am most excited for...
Wait, I didn't ask you. Let me ask. Timothy Kohl, 2024, what are you most excited about? Go ahead.
I'm most excited to rank up in Call of Duty.
Jesus Christ.
I am most excited for also a couple of things. I'm excited to meet new people and experience new things and grow.
How cute.
I'm excited to go outside my comfort zone and push myself in those ways, which I've already done a decent amount, but I'd like to do more so. Just in meeting more people, moving, making some more friends. I'm very excited to push myself creatively. I mean... Yeah,
bigger,
I guess
better, faster, stronger.
When you put it that way, I do have a couple video ideas as well this year that I'm very excited.
Are you going to make them this year, though? Are you going to crack open the piggy bank?
Yeah.
Sam,
I'm committing now.
I'm telling you, they are like potentially career-altering things, and that potential already should excite you enough to just fucking start tonight.
No, tonight I'm playing Call of Duty. I have to record an ad, record a video, and then play Call of Duty.
Okay.
Because that is the only thing keeping me sane. I really sound like I play video games 8 hours. I play like at night when I'm done with everything else.
Yeah, and we all have
right?
we all have our vices. Like,
yeah, there's a reason that I am. Never mind. Anyway, I'm excited for that. I'm also really excited for this podcast. It's crazy that 3 years in, I feel just as excited about this as I did on day one. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we say it so often. It's the thing that's going to last the longest, probably.
Yeah, but I'm very appreciative for everybody, and I mean, just the fact that I have a platform and the people keep listening, I definitely feel like I don't focus on that being important enough, and
also
it really does mean a lot that people listen.
Also, I mean, if you liked GeniusBar Goes Dark, just I don't know. I'm just saying. So the year is long.
We do have something very exciting for the podcast that we are going to attempt. I'm not committing yet, but we're able to attempt.
No, I'm committing.
And I'm committing this show to be over because it's time for me to make some grilled chicken for dinner.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna eat a salad.
Some chicken.
Yeah. What are you gonna eat for dinner? Oh, I guess it's 10 p.m. where you are.
Yeah, I still have to eat though. We've been talking since 6.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Holy shit! We've
been talking for 4 hours.
What the hell? Jesus!
Wow. John boy, I love you.
I love you so much, Sam. You're my best bud. I'm so happy for you.
That was really good. I was not expecting this to be like a good episode week, but I think it was a good. I think
these really sneak up on people and they love them. We never planned for them to get this deep, and then you know what it is. Bob, the theme song is still going.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Hang on.
Slowly fading.
See you next week. Okay, anyway. I think this episode got deep because we were getting deep, and we were in a mood coming in. We spent 2 hours talking already, and
we had some foreplay beforehand. And
foreplay.
Yeah,
so they just climaxed in the episode.
We didn't just hit it right away.
Oh shit. Okay, so
guys, thank you for listening. We love.
Can I challenge you at some point this week?
To
a brotherly game of mini golf
in the Quest?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I wish I could say Vision Pro.
Oh, that's gonna kill me to use the Quest.
Is there a game that we could play on Vision Pro yet? Any of them? Any game, even if we got to fucking sit there.
We should check if there's a multiplayer Vision Pro.
Oh, I tried.
If not, you can convince me to play mini
Black
golf.
Box.
Yeah. It wasn't the most amazing AR demo you've ever seen.
It was cool.
Dude, when I held that bubble when it went out to the world, now I haven't beat the first puzzle.
I beat all the puzzles. Maybe that's it. I literally finished the game. Yeah.
How did you figure out the second one?
Which is the second
one? The water
one?
drop. Wait, what is the water drop?
Okay, you have to, let's say the water drops on the floor.
Okay.
You have to move your head and like get momentum until the water drops on the floor. You have to physically get on the floor.
But the floor.
So the top of, I'll explain it this way. The top of the water drop is aligned with your eyes. So you have to get your eyes all the way down.
When I try to get close to it, though, it moves back.
You don't have to get close. You don't need to.
So
get
I just
close.
have to bend down.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh.
Yeah, it needs space to move back.
I'm
and forth.
literally going to try
momentum.
that right now.
The last one, though, I will tell you, if you need help, you can ask me about the last one. The last one fucking pissed me off. And there was no threads or anything about how to do this because it was so new that everyone was stuck on the last one.
Dude, okay. Yeah, because
the last one is
the first one was
insane, dude.
Really?
The game, there's only like 6 puzzles, and the game ends like, it's so trippy. One of the craziest, most disorienting things ever.
God, everybody's like, what are they talking about, right? It's
Black Box on Vision Pro.
Yeah,
it's an AR game. What, $20?
Yeah, it definitely expensive. Worth 20 now that you're saying you beat it that fast? Maybe not.
I did not know it was only 6 puzzles.
It's only 6? I thought it was like 30.
Dog, it's 6 puzzles, and then you finish the game. And then but here's the thing. At the end of the game, they show you a date.
I
think there's more coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a long show. That's fair, honestly. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. We love you. I'm going to go. Goodbye.
Goodbye.